Alright, so I did my workshop on the path goal theory. I'm Kyler Branco. So basically what we're going to be talking about is what is path goal theory, what are the four leadership styles that connect with path goal, why path goal matters, some real world problems that how we could use the theory in real world problems, the benefits of using this theory, and then we'll have a handout that I'll submit later. So what is path goal? It was originally developed by Robert House, and the idea of it is to make it easier for leaders' followers to achieve success. And then some ways that we can kind of show that is leaders can clarify expectations, make it more clear, set goals inside of goals, if that makes sense. They give guidance to their followers, and then they remove obstacles and also remove some obstacles that are kind of unnecessary. And then they offer the right kind of support at the right kind of times. So that you don't want let's just say you don't want support in one time that doesn't really affect anybody else, but kind of at the wrong time, sort of like that. And then instead of using one fixed style, leaders that use path goal are kind of flexible, and based on what the followers need and what the situation demands. The four leadership styles. So we have directed, supportive, participative, and achievement oriented. Direct, it gives a clear instruction and expectation of deadlines. They make it very, very, very clear when you should be done, when you should start, where you should be, kind of at the timeline. And it works best when the tasks are complicated or when people are unsure what to do. So it's kind of for tasks that are going to take more time. This directive works better with that. Supportive, creates a comfortable and friendly work environment. It's helpful when tasks are stressful, repetitive, and emotionally demanding. Trying to think of a role that could be supportive. Let's say a salesman, or a desk job. You're going to be sitting at a desk for probably about 8 to 9 hours a day, probably doing the same stuff over and over again. So that would kind of be the leader of that would kind of be a supportive role, since it's kind of emotionally demanding, and it's sometimes stressful sometimes. But participative. The leader involves followers in decision making. It works best when employees are capable, experienced, and want their opinions valued. So that's kind of like an open relationship kind of thing. So when a leader can also use the followers I want to say experiences, and they can use their opinions on how to make the decisions better based off what they have experienced. Achievement oriented, it pushes followers to reach high standards, and then leaders using this approach can express confidence in their team and challenge them to grow. Basically, this is for people that are very, very, very experienced, and so they want their followers to reach high standards, as I said, but also they want them to excel. And the leaders want to have confidence that the leaders want to have confidence in their followers. So yeah, why it matters. So I'm not just gonna be rambling on about path goal that doesn't even matter. This actually does kind of matter. It reminds us that leadership is not one size fits all. So going back to the last two slides, how it's not one size fits all, but you can also it's flexible. So a leader for path goal must be able to pick out of the four leadership styles which one they're going to be using, and they want to respect their followers, support their followers. They want to be directive as well, but they also want to be task oriented or achievement oriented. A good leader changes their approach depending on the people they're leading, as I just said, and properly match their style to the situation. Followers feel more motivated, more confident, and more capable of performing well. Coming to some real world problems, so low motivation leaders can increase motivation by choosing the right support or direction. Going back to those 4 leadership styles, all really kind of depends on what role you are in job-wise. Excuse me. Role confusion, directive leadership helps clarify tasks and expectations. Workplace stress, which is supportive leadership, helps employees feel valued and understood. And poor communication is participative leadership, improves teamwork and trust. So this is all kind of going back to the 4 leadership styles, like I keep going back to all the time, but they're just kind of actually really important. The benefits of using path goal, it gives employees clear directions, and it reduces confusion and builds confidence. So like, okay, going back again to those 4 styles, it's not going to work if you're using a supportive and a directive environment. It's just not going to work. So using path goal and being capable to use path goal gives you the flexibility to run your followers or business productively. When leaders remove obstacles, whether they're emotional, organizational, or practical, employees can focus on doing their best work. So you don't want employees that are so stressed that they're too worried about what goes on, like they can't reach the deadline, or they can't get this paper out on time, just stuff like that. When leaders are supportive and they are able to remove the stress from their followers, makes a big impact on how they can work. The end result is better performance, higher satisfaction, and a stronger team environment. So you want a leader that is basically all 4 of those leadership styles. If you have, like I said, a direct leader in a supportive environment, it's not going to mesh well at all. Workshop value. Learn how to identify which leadership style fits the situation. You got to be capable of, picking out, I wouldn't say which people, but also which groups are kind of work together, how they think, and you can kind of switch your style based on what you think they are. How to read the followers' needs. It's like I said, just being flexible. Path goal is just being flexible. How to apply each of the 4 styles effectively. Understanding when to use each style, and helps the leader become more adaptable and more effective in the real world situations. So kind of like a wrap up here. Path goal, I keep saying the word flexible, like it really is flexible and adaptable, because like with path goal, you have to be able to recognize and know when to change styles, and you have to be a good leader to be able to change those styles. You can't focus on one and the next day focus on the other. That'll just mess up everything. Like, you have to be able to recognize and focus on the tasks that you are doing now, and then being also able to adapt to another style that some people aren't or are not more comfortable with. So we'll be doing a handout now. I'll submit that via the link that we need to, and thanks for watching.